In the sixth installment of this viral series, we're stripping away the Hollywood glitz to see exactly what was on the page. We aren't just looking at a love triangle, we're looking at the anatomy of a breaking point. Ready to see how a simple newspaper article and a hollow heart tattoo set off a powder keg? Let's get into the points. The tension begins in Lily's flower shop, but it isn't the blooms catching everyone's eye, it's Atlas Corrigan. Atlas stops by to apologize for a past misunderstanding. But he doesn't just leave with a "see you later." In a calculated, quiet moment, he asks for Lily's phone. While she watches, he slips the outer case off, tucks a sticky note with his phone number against the device, and snaps the case back on. "It's my number in case you ever need it," he tells her. It's a safety net, a lifeline, and a ticking time bomb all wrapped in one. Lily insists she won't need it, but as any seasoned reader knows, the moment someone says, "I won't need this," they usually end up needing it within the next 20 pages. It's a romantic gesture on the surface, but it carries a heavy weight of foreshadowing. But as Atlas walks away, leaving Lily breathless, a much bigger life event is about to crash into her world. Have you ever had a moment where the most romantic part of your day was immediately overshadowed by a family emergency? From labor pains to Vegas vows, the script takes a sharp turn from lingering glances to high-speed delivery. We find the group at Massachusetts General, where Alyssa is in the throes of a very loud, very dramatic labor. In the middle of the chaos, a beautiful baby girl is born, and the name choice sends shockwaves through the room. Riley. Naming the baby after Ryle, with an added "e," is the ultimate tribute, and in the high of becoming an uncle and seeing new life, Ryle is struck by a sudden, impulsive realization. He tells Lily he wants kids. He wants a life. He wants her. Right then and there, in the hospital room, he proposes a wild plan: skip the flowers and the bridesmaids, pack a bag, and fly to Vegas to get married tonight. Lily, swept up in the emotion of the day and the beauty of the new baby, agrees. They trade the dream of a traditional wedding for yardstick slushies, a drag queen dressed as Dolly Parton, and a crushed velvet suit. It's a whirlwind of neon lights and passionate promises. They seem like the center of the universe, finally finding peace in a penthouse suite. But when the neon lights fade and the morning sun hits, does the reality of a Vegas wedding ever actually match the fantasy? The honeymoon phase doesn't just end, it hits a brick wall. Back in Boston, Lily is moving into Ryle's loft, unpacking boxes and chatting with her mom on FaceTime. When Lily finds Ryle in the bedroom, he isn't the charming man in the velvet suit anymore. He's holding her phone. He explains that he dropped it by accident. The case popped off and you guessed it, there was Atlas's number. The reaction is instantaneous and violent. He crumples the note and hurls Lily's phone across the room, shattering it against the wall. The script then does something chilling. It cuts to black. When the lights come back on, Lily is waking up on the bed with a gash in her head and matted blood in her hair. Ryle is there, acting the part of the doting, concerned husband, claiming she fell down the stairs while chasing him. The psychological weight here is immense. Lily begins the swallow the lie phase, covering the wound with her hair and telling a tech at the phone store that she's just clumsy. The final point of this script segment brings everything full circle with a devastating revelation. Life seems to stabilize for a few weeks. Lily's shop is thriving, and she's even featured in a top 10 businesses in Boston article. But she isn't the only one on the list. Alice's restaurant Root is also featured. Ryle, already on edge, finds the article and forces Lily to read it aloud while she's sitting on the kitchen counter in a teddy, a position that leaves her feeling incredibly vulnerable. As she reads, she discovers the meaning behind Atlas's restaurant name. He tells the reporter he named it after a girl for whom he once carved a hollow heart from an oak tree, representing how deep her roots go. The connection is undeniable. Ryle looks at the hollow heart tattoo on Lily's collarbone. The jealousy that was simmering since the phone incident boils over. The script describes Ryle grabbing her hair, tugging it to make her look at him, and whispering hauntingly before he begins violently striking the newspaper against the counter. This script draft paints a vivid, often uncomfortable picture of the cycles of IPV, moving from the honeymoon of a Vegas wedding to the incident and the gaslighting that follows. Seeing these points laid out side by side makes it clear that the draft was pulling no punches when it came to Ryle's character. What are your thoughts on how these scenes compare to the final film? Does seeing the stairwell scene written out change how you view the clumsy narrative? Drop a comment below, and let's discuss. If you found this breakdown helpful, share it with a friend who is as obsessed with the It Ends With Us lore as we are. Let's keep the conversation going, because some stories are too important to keep hidden.